get some CMMs. I mean, I can show y'all that base though. Whoa! What's going on here? What the? Y'all saw that? That's how you eject, my friend. That has never happened to me before. I'm assuming that the starbase is, yeah, look, see, Gendrick is so close. It's less than 1,000,000 kilometers away. So, bye-bye, fleet carrier. I can't catch it if I wanted to, I bet. Let's see. Let's see if we can go land back on it. That was weird. It's still letting me catch it, though. Let's see what happens if we do auto dot. Will it, never mind. Y'all saw what happened. That was cool. Alright, so let's go down to Schlushers and get some, get us some CMMs. Yeah, man. Really cool. Whee! I need like 14,000 CMMs. So let's start getting, picking up those.
Romeo Echo Bravo. This is an Alliance starport. Please observe Starcon docking regulation.
So the auto dock on these bases, though, man, they're kind of iffy, man. If you try to, it's almost like you want to have a quick. We need a button to turn off auto dock, like to disable it. There's probably a macro we could make. Cause let's say I wanted to get here a little quicker. On a carrier, it's not that bad. It picks it up pretty good. But over here, it wants to shoot you up, turbo boost you back up into the sky, and then you got to sit there and wait for it to go back down. And that's cool and all, but I wish I could disable it. Sometimes I'm just get frustrated.
Ship is down. Ground crew dispatched.
Let's get some CMMs, some M&Ms, CMM&Ms. Here we go. Now I need 14,000, and the cool thing is now there's 14,000. There was 14,000 to start with, but even if they had 7,000 to start with, by the time you get down to 1 or 2,000, the BGS is going to replenish that load. Not in every place, but at this place, I've seen it happen a few times, where the inventory goes from like 1,000 back up to 7, and then I was able to get all 14,000 tons. I could take 17,000. I mean, I know I only need 14 for my colony, but I need 40,000 to finish my ground base. So dropping off an extra 3 wouldn't be that big of a hassle for me. Where we going? All right, let's do this. Love this SCO drive though. When you want to get off a planet, all you got to do is pop that SCO on. And it's gonna boost you right on out the atmo. I don't think this planet has an We might have passed it. It looks like we did. You gotta be careful. You don't want to overjuice your Super Cruise Overdrive because she can get spicy. That's not too bad though. We didn't overshoot it too bad. It'll make you overshoot for sure. Oh, it looks like we might have a problem too. Remember now, the carrier is too close to that star base, and so it's not going to let us land. Look at this jump. Watch the auto dock try so hard to keep up. You can do it, little buddy. No, I don't know, man. It's looks like it's gaining on you. Is he gonna make it? Oh, no, he gave up. It's kind of a problem though if you're trying to do deliveries and your warehouse keeps floating away from you. But we got another solution. I've used these to your advantage. Let's just go ahead and go on over to our first colonized system, which is right next to Wolf 510. Wolf 510 is my home. That's my home base. Wolf 510 Revolutionary Republic or whatever. And we're number 300 in the whole dang game right now. Like we're like 330 of political action because all the colonization caused it. But let's go over here to my Kong Point, which is my ground base that I got built. I'm building right here. We're gonna go over here and drop off some loads until our carrier gets back into an acceptable position. It won't take long. It doesn't take but about 20 minutes. It's mostly useless stream, but also we got a base called Mostly Useless. If y'all want to come check it out, y'all want to come gank me on the live stream, I welcome it. I ain't scared, man. Hey, got a comment. What's up? Hawkward, man, you're the first comment of all time on the Mostly Useless live stream. You should get an award or a t-shirt. If we get a t-shirt or a mug, you gonna get it. If you can comment back that you heard that, because if you already dropped out, then you forfeited it. But let's go ahead and go over to my home, my first colony, the first. And, oh, look, there you go. Oh, really nice. Yeah, man. Hawkward. Yeah, I don't know how to contact you, my man, but there is a way. I have a website called Lance Woolley, and I do country music and stuff, and if you go through there, send me a message. I'll send you a shirt or some socks or something. I have some merch on the website. I need to do a little code word. That's what we need to do, is set up a code so you could do like a checkout. Now, I do have an interview. Well, nope. I got it. That's this afternoon. We're good to go. I got a attorney I'm talking with this afternoon. It's music and entertainment industry stuff. Sometimes you gotta sue people. This is my system though, right here. This is Coal 285 Sector DIW B17-2. One day we're gonna be able to hopefully rename stuff, but let me just give you a little tour here while we're here. The first thing I built, of course, was the T3 Oculus Mostly Useless Station. And that took a good part of 3 weeks. And then I headed on down to this planet here that it was orbiting, and I put in Cincelo City. And Cincelo City, it needs to give me some information. Why am I not getting no data on that port? It just says complete. Where's my information? Settlement type. So I put an extraction settlement, and then instantly in this base, I started seeing steel and aluminum and all kinds of good stuff. Um, and so that's what I did first, and then I built some military bases. Actually, I built a space farm, which does nothing because there's no star base next to it. But I thought it for the quality of life of my people, and I built some military bases called Crazy Arms Space Force. I built Starlink, put some internet in. I built a bar. I built a hospital Medicaid, which is right above our planet that we're headed to right now. So we're going to go make a delivery at Kong Point. And Commander Zemos, send me an invite, man. Reba McIntosh. I don't know how to do that while I'm in the game. In fact, it's kind of elusive, the adding of friends. I think the only way I know how to add people is I just meet them up in the game and point at them and target them and then add them as a friend. There's got to be a way to just add somebody. Let's juice this. We're gonna go. Let's go fast. Loving this SEO drive. Got that right before the colonization dropped, and man, what a difference! It's like that Ronnie Millsap song. What a difference you made in my game. You used to be so friggin' lame. Alright, now we're in the fast lane. Yeah, man, I try to get my station to sell steel and stuff. Well, that's what I'm doing a test right now. I've got the system we're getting CMMs for. We tried to deliver it to the carrier, but the carrier was unavailable. So we're going to make a delivery here next door. But this new system is it's kind of similar to the system I originally colonized. And I'm doing a test to try to do the exact same thing to see if it populates with steel. The difference is my first colonization was inside the bubble. And inside the bubble, there may be some different rules. Because it could be that my market's pulling from neighboring systems. I don't know, but I need to know. And where I'm at up here in bum F Egypt, this 2-mass, I'm way up here. This is my new system. We're way above the bubble. These are all colonnaded, but once you get into here, it's uncolonnaded systems. We're headed to Rackham's Peak, but this one's real far out the bubble, and so it's a great place to do a test knowing that there's no systems around it to feed it. And so what I've started is a T2 above this planet, and then I'm going to put an extraction on this planet. And that'll be the first thing I do. And then we'll take a look at the market. Last time, as soon as I put the extraction there, it started populating into the starbase. So it's highly possible that that will work. And if I can confirm that, it'll be about a week. It takes about a week for me to do a T2. About 4 days, maybe 5. It's 4 carrier loads for me. I'm doing 25% per load with my carrier. So I would say in about a week, I'll have this one done, and I'll also have the first ground base, and then we'll see. We'll know for sure. And then I'm going to add more bases, see if it'll pick it up. I did not see it picking up my other thing that I built, which was a refinery. I don't really know how it works, but this is coming up on my Kong Point. I think we came up on the wrong side of it, but we're going to fly through the gap, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. This is my... I picked this planet because it seemed to be the warmest, and I just wanted the inhabitants not to freeze their balls off all the time. Oh yeah, we're way away from the... Got these 2 giant mountains. And it's right at the rim of a crater. It does get light. There is a part of this. Wonder if it'll crash us into the mountain if we can get low enough. Uh-oh. Better don't crash. Okay, cool. Not two mountains. Can't really. The lighting kind of doesn't like to choose. This is just the construction site. The base itself is probably going to fill, I would think, this entire area because it's a giant base. But Autodock gets real weird on the planets too. It takes a lot longer. I wish there was a toggle button. I want to go down the staircase. This freaking nice little staircase we got going on here. Won't let me look in there. Man, where's my interiors, bro? Alright, so we're going to just take a little dump here because we couldn't dump off at our carrier. We need 40,000 CMMs. So we just dropped off like a 1% of what we needed to do. I've done my Coriolis in 2 days, I think, but a friend helped a bunch. T3, I burn out. Leave that for the group stuff. Yeah, the T3 is pretty taxing. I consider myself a pretty top tier cargo person. I mean, I've been Elite 5 for years. And, if you check the leaderboards in political, we're 300. And, it's just me. I'm the only one. Wolf hasn't really been in the game for years. And so I'm the only one in the squadron that's doing anything, and we're number 324 in the whole dang game. And I believe that's a fluke. I don't want to say that's 100% me or at all. I believe that is because of colonization. My Republican Party, the Republican Wolf 510 Republican Revolutionaries, they had a big influence on a lot of systems. I didn't know that. And so basically every person that is colonized, that colonized the system that our clan was running, or our faction was in control of, the new system they colonized automatically starts with the Wolf 510 Revolutionary Party as their default party, which caused my political influence in the game to exponentially increase. So it's not my fault. I didn't really do anything. I mean, I ran a lot of BGS over the years from my systems. If I was going to run BGS, I was going to run it from my system instead of someone else's. So, and a lot of Odyssey, I did a lot of Odyssey stuff when it came out, like breaking into the bases and trying to steal the parts. And so maybe that had something to do with it. It says, we don't use BGS anymore. I know. I get it. But there's still some form of BGS with this. It's because, well, the colonization really has affected everything. It's a whole new BGS system altogether. Because based on your bases and the happiness and the things that your people need, and your population will grow. And so I don't understand why that had any effect on the BGS missions. But people are saying it's pretty much broken. And, for all intents and purposes, let's talk about the freaking merit system. The weekly merit system is pretty convoluted and almost unintelligible to power players, people that have been playing for years, because it'll say it must be an exploited system, and you go to an exploited system and it's like, no, that's not what it meant. Like, somebody maybe messed up in the documentation or in the graphics or something. But at some point, the a lot of the merit system challenges that you have each week don't work. Like, it'll say go scan or hack holoscreens. I've never got the hacking holoscreens to give me merits. I can hack them in the correct system, to my knowledge, but it would never give me merits. Now, I will tell you this: the merit idea is great, and the ability to gain merits to, get the different weapons and stuff from the different powers is great. And you can stick with your own power and get them all. I love that idea. And you don't have to do the weekly ones to get merits. You can mine them. I was mining, and I was getting 50,000 merits easily a day. I got 354,000 merits. And so that's not a lot. There's guys with like 2 or 3 million. But at this point, it does help, because when you blow up your ship, you don't have to pay. If you get blown up in somebody else's system, it cancels out the rebuy. But I've noticed that the impounding of ships is very expensive, almost as much, if not more expensive. It becomes more expensive than your rebuy. It's kind of crazy, because 17 million for an impounded ship. It's like a parking ticket. Come on, man. Like, it was excessive. And these fleet carrier maintenance costs, man. I don't mind paying 25 million. I got years and years built up on the carrier. I don't even have to play the game for a couple years, and the carrier will still be here. But it would be nice to, if you look at our payments that we're getting. I'm gonna show it. Well, I'm in the middle of landing. Hold on a second. Ooh, no. Let's do this. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh no. Not gonna make it. No. Damn. We missed it. Alright, well, in the meantime, we'll just glide on down. Let's show you these messages. If the fleet carrier is 25 million, then we got to get our system architect payments up, because I've got a bunch of stuff in this system, and I'm only getting 500,000 credits a week, which is 2 million a month. We need to get it up to 25 million so I can cover my fleet carrier costs. So I've got to colonate 50 systems, and that's going to take years. But once I get there, then I'll have an unlimited, kind of net zero money, and I'll only have to log in every couple of years, if it got down to it, to transfer money to my carrier. Let's see. Your squadron was there. I'll leave that to the groups. We don't do any BGS ourselves. Like Burr Pit theorized power plays replacing PA. What players can influence? Well, I mean, if you look at it like, first of all, it's not working correctly, in my opinion, because at the current state, like I said earlier, I'm number 333 in the game. I'm just one person. That should not be the case. There are people with hundreds of members in their squadron. They should be well beyond me politically. And so there's that. But then you would, in theory, you would want players to drive the expansion of the galaxy. And that way it could be catered to the way we want to work. Like right now, there's this giant tree of colonization headed up towards Rackham's Peak, which we're working on. And so I would think that it would make sense to give us more control. But it seems like they've implemented one mechanic which conflicts with another mechanic. And it's also a possibility that this was the plan all along so that they could phase it out. I just don't think that they tell people in Elite Dangerous. Frontier doesn't really tell people like necessarily what they're gonna do exactly. They kind of give hints in the lore, because if they say they're gonna do something and then they don't do it and they don't follow through, then everybody's gonna be pissed off at them. If they just hint that something weird's coming, like the Thargoid thing, they could have been like, the biggest thing is gonna be so awesome, and then people could be like, I don't really like fighting Thargoids. So maybe that's what it is. But let's see. Colonization will only work if we create our own player factions. Yeah. When we can manage our colonized systems. I wish we did have some control over the management of the factions. I can't imagine them ripping the factions away, because they're kind of in part, they're such a foundational part of the game. People have been using them. But I mean, if they took that away, would it matter as long as I still got my money? Probably not. But there may be people that can argue that they have worked it up, built it up to its current state. But I can verify now that I didn't do shit. I mean, other than being just a regular player, I mean, I can't even say I committed. I mean, I've delivered tons and tons and tons and tons of very rare materials near my in my controlled systems, but I wouldn't consider that political work. I don't understand why we're number 300. Yeah, we should be able to influence these systems. But you look on this mission board. Let's see who this is. This is a different thing. So you got I don't even have my. Here we are, Revolutionary 510, and these are the missions. I usually just throw them some cash, but I've run a lot of these little missions in this area from my home system back when I thought it mattered. I was just screwing around, wasn't really doing anything on, trying to build, like, I wasn't going for some kind of goal, like when you're trying to build rank. Let's see. Again, on the BGS thing, not to beat a dead horse, but I don't believe that I buy all of my steel from Mostly Useless, the base that I colonize. I built that base. And I've only been getting about $500,000 a week, and it doesn't matter if I buy nothing from my base or if I buy 100,000 tons. And so that tells me the human interaction is not being counted in our base economy. Like when you buy steel from your base, that base made a profit, and they should credit you a piece of that profit. But that's not happening. Right now, the only thing we're getting is BGS money. Basically, I have 114,000 population, and I'm getting a percentage of that. And it's in direct correlation to your score. Okay, we got a guy trying to. Is he? Is he? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Do we have? Yeah, we got stuff. Yeah. Okay. There's a guy about to interdict us. Let's see. We'll give him a chance. We'll give him a shot. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Come on. You got it. You can do it. Interdict it. Ah, you're too slow. Too slow. See if he'll show up. Oh wait, is our base still too close to get to? Okay, so let's go to Kong Point. Alright. Go back to our star system. As long as you can't get on your carrier, you might as well deliver to where you can. Fit in where you get in where you fit in. And right now carrier's still not accessible. So we're going, and that's okay, because this base, giant ground base, is going to take months to build at this. I'm not focusing on it 100%. Maybe after I've colonized a few systems. But anyway, the BGS money, the only money we're getting is from BGS. It's just, some random number that they dish out. And so I don't know. It seems like they're not tied in, and they're, to me, in the last couple of days, I haven't seen it today, which is kind of cool. Maybe they fixed it. Yesterday, it was the servers are just really hard to get into, really slow, and every time you go to jump, it would stutter and wait, and it would take a minute, and you'd have to sit there, and it wouldn't jump out of Super Cruise when you told it to, and seems like they fixed that though. But what occurred to me during the problem is that it's the data. Their data servers right now are really struggling, and that's my belief of what the problem was yesterday. Because when you're trying to pull up missions and you're trying to pull up inventory of star bases, it has to reference a database somewhere, and everything else in the game was working, but until it had to pull that data. If it had to pull a mission or a black market, or if it had to pull market commodity values, that's when it would hang up. That and jumping, obviously. So maybe they need to upgrade their data servers. They could also have an attack. I mean, they're number one target for Chris Roberts, not my bass player, but that other guy who runs that other space game that's not very good. I mean, it's pretty, but it's also shitty. It's just not a Star Citizen shitizen. It just don't cut it. One of the things that I've always said is that the most basic point of a game, from Pong to Gallagher to Centipede to Pitfall to modern day games, the most essential value is keeping score. You don't keep score, and people can't keep their progress, then it just ain't cool, man. Like, people want to keep the progress, especially in a game that's on this scale, that you have these inventories and weapons. And Star Citizen just can't. They say that they're doing it for alpha or whatever, but it's all a money grab. They wipe you, and then they sell you a ship. They create a problem, and then they sell a ship. And I think that it is a small possibility that some of that ideology has kind of moved over to FDev. And I'll make a small prediction on this live stream. There's a bigger cargo ship coming, and they've created a huge problem is building T3 star bases. Now, you could solve that problem with real cash money if you could sell me a 2,000 ton cargo ship right now. And guess what? I'll drop that money in a heartbeat. And that's the way it works. Only because it's going to save me time, and my time is valuable. And so, like, $30 to me, if it's going to save me hours and hours of time, Um, whoa, docking request sent. That's weird. Dang, Malvader, man, we got kicked. Well, you can see the stream still sounds just fine, but but the game has taken an awkward turn. Let's see. It gave it back to us. Let's see if we can get back into it. Now I play in open, so if you guys want to come gank me or try to, please, by all means. That would give me something to film and try to evade. I'll let you know where the hell I am all the time. And I ain't scared, is what I'm saying. Let's see. 30. Oh, Lord. 30. It did it to us. God dang it. Why would you do that? 37 damn kilometers. Like, I wasn't that. That's not a safety zone. And what an unfortunate turn of events. I do not like the canopy as much in the Gudamaya, what is this? Imperial Cutter. Mine's called Purple Rain. But I don't like that you can't see through the floor like on the T9. Right. So yeah, we moseying. Oh, but the Cutter is faster than the T9. And that's why I got it. It runs at a top speed of about 330. And that's much faster than the T9. I'm sure you could upgrade the boosters to go a little faster, but it definitely parks a lot quicker, and it's got some weird side handling, but for the most part, she's a sturdy ship. I would like to see something in the realm of 2,000 tons. If you had a T9 and just tripled it height wise, it could fit on a pad. It would be quite ugly though. Or maybe they could have an in between, like a little mini carrier that you could jump next to bases. Where it looked like a big old ATST or something parked right next door. I honestly think a nice cargo guppy looking like plane would be cool. Something that would make sense to have maybe a big wingspan. That way, in atmosphere, it would make sense that it would glide more and it wouldn't just fly down and hit the surface like a rocket. Yeah, drop a comment if you want to hear something, Mr. Hank Ward. We're gonna send him something. I'm gonna drop a link to my website, Hawk, and that's where my music and stuff is. If you send me a message, I'll send you some merch. And all right, let's sell this stuff. That should be enough. Time has passed where our carrier should be working. This is what our base is supposed to look like over here. I wish it would kind of give you a little better preview, but it looks pretty cool. It's gonna be big. I wonder what my population's gonna increase when I get a planetary T3 going. I am very curious to that. Cook and Rhine, Kojanky. Well, we can't get off this planet. Nope. E-Sig dead. love this SEO though, man.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Take my vitamin. Mm-hmm.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, that's cool, man.
3, 2,
What an industry to work in. You know, Rockefeller said, when everybody else is digging for gold, I'm going to make shovels. And there's a lot more money to be made as a non-musician in music than it is for the musician. Uh, it's just the way it goes, man. It's sad and funny at the same damn time. But yeah, somebody sent me a thing from a record label a few weeks ago, and then they were like, "Read this PDF, and if you're interested, we'd like to talk to you." Okay, the PDF is full of their contracts and about them, but I just went straight to their website, and their website looked like dog shit. I got a pretty decent website. I built it myself, and it don't cost that much to build a decent looking website that functions. And like it had a dude named Matthew, and the picture for Matthew was a woman that really good looking woman that I know is not Matthew. And maybe I'm making assumptions on genders or whatever, but I think it's just a boo-boo on the website. And if they're not capable of making sure their own website is correct, you pretty much guarantee they're going to screw up something with your music. And so I didn't respond to them. I'm not in a giant hurry to get a record deal. I know it has a value and it has its place. Green Day, for example, it's a great band that needed a bigger record label to put them on a stage. They're really good, and they played a certain style that really complimented. I mean, at the time, everybody hated them for going onto a record label. We didn't talk about Green Day for a little while when I was in high school. But I saw Green Day before they were real famous, before the Woodstock. I saw them at Lollapalooza. Billy Joe spit on me, and they only played for 30 minutes. It was kind of strange. He spit beer on me. He didn't like spit on me like a derogatory way. But at that same show, George Clinton and the Funkadelics played. That's the first time I saw a band like that. And the Smashing Pumpkins played, the Breeders. And this is like 93 or something. It was UNO Lakefront Arena. It was hot, August, so freaking hot, like dangerously hot. Everybody's out in the middle of the day, and George Clinton and the Funkadelics are on stage. And people are throwing water bottles. They've been throwing them all day, but it's middle of the day now. The sun's right at the top of the sky. And people are throwing water bottles. And then I get hit in the back of the head with this water bottle that was half full of water. And I was pissed. And so, like, I went to throw it back towards away from the stage. And my foot slipped in the mud. And I threw it with all my strength. And when I slipped in the mud, I went from throwing it away from the stage to throwing it towards the stage. And the bottle flew up and hit Bootsy Collins, the bass player, in the face while they were playing. And the whole band stopped. And they were checking on Bootsy. And while that went down, like this giant Goldberg security guard, because I was pretty close to the front, he grabbed me, or they pushed me towards him. He's like, "You, come here." pick me up. He was holding me up above the ground. I'm a big old fat kid.
Restrictions
And
are
this boy holding me up.
entry zone. Please
And
comply
just
now.
as he was doing that,
Access granted. You are cleared
George
on
Clinton and the
land.
Funkadelic Band, there's like 50 people on that stage.
System engaged.
And it's a pretty cool show. They start picking up the water bottles off the stage because they had stopped. And they start throwing them back at the crowd. And they weren't mad. They were just kind of, you all want to do that? Okay. And then the audience responded by throwing water bottles back at the stage. And here I am being held up by the security guard. And I look above me. And the sun was blotted out with water bottles. It was like arrows. It was like that straight out of a fucking movie, man. And the security guard put me down, and I disappeared into that crowd like Homer Simpson in the bushes. And so began the great water bottle war of 1993. And y'all want to ask Bootsy? You can talk. You can ask him about it. He'll verify. Yeah, 300 exactly. And 300 hadn't come out yet. And when I saw the movie 300, I was like, "Oh my god, that's what I saw!" But with water bottles. It was pretty exciting. Yeah, that's definitely going in the movie. Whenever I write that book, I had my life story written out once on a piece of paper, and I put it in a guitar case, and then I loaned that guitar to another guitar player, and of course that piece of paper was no longer there. And it's okay, because with AI, we have the technology to write a whole better story. No, I'm gonna get to it though, man. Now I know why they don't allow bottles in concerts and stadiums anymore.
Landing gear retracted.
Well, the water bottles, they sell them, so
You are clear when ready.
maybe they sell the little bitty ones. You can't really chuck the little mini bottles. They don't go as far. You gotta get, you'd have to have it almost full of water. Of course, I guess I could chuck one if it was full of water. But that's not the ones they chuck. They chuck them ones that just have a little bit of water in them, just enough, a little backwash. Goes a long way. Let's see if we can get on our tour bus carrier. It looks like it's far enough away. And we're about to find out.
Best of luck, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Whee!
Automatic.
Whee! Whoopsie. Oh, calm down, bro. Calm down. Whew. Sorry. Didn't mean to get all twitchy. My Hotas she gets twitchy sometimes. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to land on this base. This just got to be over 1 million miles. Once you get under 1 million miles from the closest starport, she starts getting instance issues. Uh-oh. Looks like it's still messed up. Let's see if we can try to catch it. We're gonna request docking. It's gonna be hard to land on it. I don't think we're gonna make it, man. We're gonna try. It's gonna crash into us. Come on. We gotta get over the top of that thing. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. It hit us. Come on, baby. I ain't never caught it. Uh-oh. We might have caught the gravity. Come on, baby. Is it working? I'm almost there. No. Damn it. No. Shit. I don't think we're gonna make it. It's like right at the top of my speed. gonna blow up. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Let's go to let's go back to Gorilla Point, Kong Point. Please approach.
Frameshift drive
Of course, on the live stream, we can't land on the carrier.
ready to engage.
Let's get engaged. Landing gear is hanging down.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thank you, Hawk. I appreciate you. Yeah, so anytime you can't catch a carrier is a real good time to go run cargo to one of these other little bases. Somebody was supposed to give me a call this morning for a job interview. It's twice I've told these people that yes, I'm available for a call at a certain time. What's a good time to call? I've given it to them freaking twice, and both times they failed to call. It's hard to get a job in this country. Like for anything that's like where you've been trained, a skill, trade. All these headhunting companies, a lot of them are scammy. They're just trying to get your information. There's fake jobs. There's people putting ads on Craigslist right now that are geared towards people desperate trying to make money, and they're like, make $500 a day doing this, and they give you get your contact info. You meet them at a place, and then they kidnap you. Then you wake up in a bathtub missing a kidney full of ice. It's just you're in a bathtub full of ice. The kidney's not full of ice. It's covered in ice. Alright, here we go. Going down that Kong Point.
Orbital flight engaged.
You gotta get on down there. Alright, if you're wondering what this is just a mostly useless live stream. This is the first one too, so we're testing it out, making sure things look and sound good. I think it's gonna work. So far, I was able to communicate with Mr. Hawk. And, that worked out pretty good. I play this game quite often, so streaming,
Docking request
I
granted.
guess, would come naturally. But I got to do it on whenever my girlfriend's not around, because she'll get mad that I'm talking to somebody else. Oh, that's a cool little sunset over there. Look at that. Watch that. Bam. was cute. Where's that sunrise? It's a good question. Who knows? I don't even know what time it is over here at Kong Point. Let's take a look around. It's my little valley. Built it in between these two big mountains, like as if Kong could stand between them. And this is on one of the poles, but not straight up on the pole. You know, it's kind of like where the border of Canada and America is, right below the glacier line. So we got some rocks. This is just a little construction site. That's where all my cargo goes. That's a useless BGS guy. I think he just works here. Probably just dropping somebody off. See what he looks like. Oh, he has a helmet on, but at first he didn't. It won't show me. Give me a light on his face, man. Maybe that light will shine him up. Let's see if we can get him to light up. He's got a helmet on. Let's see if that light will come back. Light this boy up. Yeah, son. That looked like Wolf. That looks just like Wolf. It's not. That's not Wolf, though. Alright, let's drop this crap off. The repairs, man. I probably spent $1 billion in repairs on since colonization started. It has been excessive bumps and grinds.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
One of these days I'll get my guitar hooked up. Oh. Green Satoshi coin. Down. Oops. That's not good. We shouldn't have done that. Let's see.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I should do it.
Warning. Frameshift operating.
Yeah, lesson number 1. Don't touch the camera. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, touch it again, I guess. There we go. Maybe even more. Let's see how that goes. Where's my thing? Rack'ems. Oh wait, we're going to Kokanganjaro. Cole Janky.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I think I fixed the camera. Cool. Bloop boop doop doop boop doop boo.
4, 3, 2.
Trying to get the camera position right. Okay, come back to just a little bit. That should do her. Oh, maybe a little. Oh, if you're here, leave a comment and let me know you're sticking in. This is the test of the Emergency Elite Dangerous System. And if had this been a real event, we would follow it with some kind of important message. We're running cargo in some colonization effort. Need some CMM composites. I got a little spot down in cold janky arena. Cold janky RNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. It's gonna be a very lonesome road on this colonization effort. Let me fix this microphone. Whoopsie daisy. Pull it up like that. There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. Hey, I don't want to orbit. No orbitando. Wish there was a button you could hit just to turn off that orbit. I guess you could deselect it.
Orbital flight engaged.
I do like the cabin inside the Gudamaya Imperial Cutter. That's a cutter. I just don't like the floor. I wish I could see the bottom there, but I can't. I want a glass bottom spaceship. How about you? What kind of spaceship canopy do you like? The Mandalay is real nice.
Request approved. Head directly to docking bay 1-2. Automatic docking system
Mandalay.
engaged.
Take a look around. This is a little mining outpost. I want to build a base like this. Just a simple kind of, what is that stuff over there? Cargo. Got a crane. You can go over there too, you know, you can go hang out in that little building. There's Reba McIntosh. That's me looking at y'all. Y'all can sit right there if y'all want to come hang out. Come sit right there, grab you a seat right next to me. Whee! Alright, now let's get this junk. Still feel like this needs to be like a little lower. I just don't want to go. No, that's probably better. Oops. It's the whole microphone. That's not how that works, man. Alright. Cool. I did it too low. That's funny. That should be right. None but beard. Again, this is just a testicle market. We're getting CMM composites. We need lots of them. Seems like it's replenishing. It started off with 14,000. Now it's pretty much back to that. And that's good because we want to fill up our whole carrier. I got space for 14,000 tons. Looks like it's off again.
Landing gear retracted.
Understand why.
Ship restraints released. Climb sequence authorized.
Let's see. Is that going to be any better? I think I just messed it up worse. Yes, I did. So I'll pull it back some this way. Let's see what that does. Boo, 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 boo. Not that much, bro. About there. Let's see. No. But there. Let's get some of this stuff. Where's my oh, we're leaving. Forgot where I was going. Sometimes you forget where you're going. Let me get this sense of the cargo hypnotizing you.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see if we can land on this carrier now. We have attempted to do this 3 times. And I don't like the way that thing's looking so close to... Oh, there it goes. There she goes. She gone. How far is Janky at? Oh, it's because this one, until this one gets out of range. So we're just going to have to keep delivering to our nearby colonized system. Son of a motherless goat.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, Kong Point's really benefiting from this stream. 3, 2, 1. Like every... Whoa! Wow! It's okay. Calm down. Totally cool. We could do a little tour. I think we could... Let's do a little tour since, you know, we need a little kill about 30, 45 minutes. Let's do a tour of my hometown. And I'm going to put this down just a little bit. Let's see if that works better. How's that? Trying to get it right here. sit up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's nice. That's nice. Maybe we can come down just a hair. Get a little bit of that beard. Yeah, got a little beard goes a long way. Now, let's adjust this microphone. Bring it up like this. Like that. And then let's stick it out a little farther. Yeah. Like right here. You can hold it. Yeah, that's good. Now you got a nice, crisp sound to go with the burritos. My name's Reba McIntosh, Commander. I like country music, and I like Reba McEntire. She's a diva. So my space name in all my space games is Reba McIntosh, because I love me some Reba. She's a great lady, and sometimes when I'm doing a radio interview, I screw up, and when I'm talking about Reba McIntyre on the radio, I screw up and say Reba McIntyre from the game. It happens, man. It's okay. They think it's funny. They think it's a good FUBU, but I'm like, oh man, oops. I don't want to disrespect the real Reba. A lot of my ships are named after musical stuff, different singers. This ship we're in is called Purple Rain, because it only had the only one I could afford was the basic purple, and so it also matched our carrier, so I just kind of kept it like that. Some of this.
Docking request granted.
Oh, Kong Point, man. Yeah, if you drop a comment, ask me a question, and I'll answer. Full commentary Q&A here on the Mostly Useless podcast. One thing we're good at is talking. It's my specialty. Not shutting the hell up. Little construction site. Security lights. Can't see much. But you can see my logos. Purple rain, purple rain. I gotta do that to you. Getting low on coffee. Oh man, we moved up a whole percentage. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Let's go to Mostly Useless. We'll start there with our tour.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I wish we could see the progress of our cooldown. Maybe there is one, but I don't know where it is. Oh, this one's gonna be close. Looks like we're gonna lose it. Oh, that was luck. Is the planet in the way? We're gonna find out. I don't think it is. What about y'all? You think it's in the way? Drop a comment. I ain't scared. I'll hit that Atmo like it ain't nothing. Uh-oh. Looking pretty close. Is it on this side of the planet or that side of the planet? That is the question. I think it's on this side. Yep. Yes, sirree. Gotta make sure we don't stream too long because I got an appointment this afternoon. What time is it? Let's see. It says, oh, we still got like less than an hour. That's fine. That'll work. That'll work for my schedule. We'll do this little tour. Probably take 20-30 minutes to do this little tour and then get back to colonization. This is the first base I built in colonization. My T3 Oculus, which is really kind of a pain to fly around the back side of it compared to the Orbis. But she is my station. Excuse me. She's orbiting this body, which has an extraction zone and a refinery. Whoa, getting a little dizzy there. And this is, whoops, mostly useless. The actual starbase. And it has a good amount of things that we can pick from. It was under construction, but its last tick, it finally ticked my way, and the construction, scaffolding, and welding has stopped. I'm kind of frustrated, though, that this Winters, I tried to hack the holoscreen, and it won't seem to let me hack that holoscreen. We're going to try it again in a second. This is not the ship to do that in. But I've got a ship sitting here. I should have a Sidewinder or something sitting here. Let's take a look. And so let's just say you wanted to colonize another system right now. It won't let me do that because I'm already colonized, but it would automatically put you under the revolutionary Wolf 510 Republican Party. So let's switch ships real quick and switch to the Eagle. The Eagle should have what we need on it. And let's see if we can get get a couple of limpets. Don't forget your limpets. And give me some limpets. How many can I get? 2. Alright, cool.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Alright, let's see if we can navigate these. Okay, see now the hollow graphic signs are not showing up.
Ship restraints disengaged. You are clear to depart.
I love how the Eagle is small enough to fit through this little slot and not hit the walls. I think we gotta hit Super Cruise real quick and then come back in. And it should let us see the holo screens. Phew, come on now, come on. Right.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And let's just go right on back. And bam. Back at the starbase. We should see our holographic sign. There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Autonomics Romeo
If they don't show up, just jump and super cruise and jump back on out.
flight safe marking and around the starboard.
Problem is, I've tried to deploy these a couple times, and it seems like my Olympus just don't want to do what I tell it to do. Let's see. Oh shit! Damn it! Lost my damn controller. HOTAS fell off. Shoot! Put the HOTAS back together, man. Come on, big money HOTAS. Big money. Big money. Whoa, where's it going, bro? It only goes one way. Okay. HOTAS back. Alright. Why are our fire groups not firing? We go.
Programming limpet drone.
Shit. Come on, get it. Get it. Okay. Is he gonna get it? Come on, get it. Get it, son.
Recon
Okay, that one got it.
established.
Alright, cool. Now. So that's one. We're gonna have to pay some fines. Where's Winners at? That's the one I want. That's the one. I want to put my power on there. Let's put our power. Come on.
Programming limpet drone.
Access is by StarCom permission only.
Come on, big
Drone
money.
vessels will
Big
be
money, get it.
eliminated.
Get it. No, 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 no. Come on, you can do it. It's over here, man. Oh, that one didn't work. Well, at least the first one worked. Mahone, son. All right, let's go back in.
Access granted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 3-1.
Well, now we know we can do it.
Use of docking computer
So.
has been sanctioned.
Well, we could do a tour. Yeah, let's just go do a tour. Come on. Let's go to Space Force. My military base.
Frameshift drive charging.
It tried to auto dock me in Super Cruise. Oh, I don't have a Super Cruise overdrive. That's boring. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. We can do it. It's fine. This might be unacceptably slow, but let's see. The old-fashioned way works. Get you up to a C. once you get up to speed, you're good to go. You know, like it just takes a little minute to get on up there once you start pulling normally. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting there. Start cranking that dial down. Crank it. It's like pumping it. Pump that. Pump up speed. Pump up the velocity. Pump up the velocity. Alright, now let's kick it into overdrive. Old school overdrive. Even here we could push it a little bit more. Come on for it. Oh, it's starting to go down. No, that's a negative. That's a no. When it starts going down, we ride. We ride at top speed. SEO is so much more valuable. If they have one at the Space Force, we'll buy one. Maybe we'll get military grade. Probably not, but you never know. Space Force, fuck yeah. All the time, in your face. Space Force. Now, before I built this base, military base orbiting the planet, I had to build you have to build prerequisite military base on the ground. So I did that, and then I built this military outpost. And I've only been to it once, and it was still under construction. So I haven't been to this one since it was finished. Hopefully they got all the paint dry, because I don't particularly like sitting my flight suit in some wet paint. Hate that. Nothing makes you look more like a rookie than wet paint on your flight suit butt. And then you get it in your cockpit. And when you get paint in your cockpit, it's traumatizing. You know what I mean? Cockpit just sounds violent. Sounds like something, if you fell into it, you would lose your virginity. Somehow. I'm not one to gossip. You didn't hear that from me. Pardon me. Space Force time. Running low on coffee anyway. Definitely want to have a prerequisite coffee cup if I'm going to stream. Well, they got hollow signs here we can hack too. I ain't got no more limpets.
Docking request granted.
It's dark out here, man. It is some kind of dark. I wonder if this one's tidally locked. I mean, a military base, it's kind of okay to be in the dark, you know? Space Force. Sorry, my camera angle's going crazy. There we go. These are my pads, huh? I wonder if we can disembark.
Lighting gear deployed.
Boy, that's a fast auto dock. See, the ship speed makes a difference on how fast it can auto dock, too. You're trying to run around and do data. Small ship's going to get you in and out quick. Let's see, can we fuel up here? No, we can't do nothing because we're in punishment land. Let's go ahead and clear that. Administrator. Pay that fine. 1,000 credits. Whoop-de-daisy. Alright, let's see what they got in the commodities market. They sell personal weapons, reactive armor. That's, personal weapons might be something for some bases, but those are illegal in certain systems, so you have to check your power at the door. And mission board. Let's take a look who's in the missions. They got missions. We're going to support this one. I'm going to give that 510. Make sure that we have our support. They know that they can confide in our George Soros money. So we can fund elections. Because we all know elections are rigged. You know, in Elite Dangerous, that is. So let's get on. What else you got in here? System columns and power contact. That's it. So what we want? Disembark? Okay, let's go inside it. See what the military base looks like in there. Space Force. Got little military initials. We should get like a little emblem. For every base you build, you should get an emblem to go with it.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
No gravity. Yeah, you wouldn't want to like be in a big room like that with no gravity. You just get stuck where you can't touch the walls. Hey, what's up, dude? I see you.
Have you ever done any courier work? I need someone discreet.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Okay then. Hey, baby.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar. Where would you like to go?
Oh yeah.
Come back whenever you're
thank
ready
you.
to book.
You got some spice to you. I like that.
Need a job?
What's going
You're
on,
not fussy.
Valentine?
I've just
Hey,
for
what's
you.
your name? Who is that? You don't have a name? Nope, she ain't got a name. Oh, can't interact with her either. You got military supplies. They don't have a bar?
The Alliance welcomes you.
Yeah, they got a little bitty bar. See? Where's the window? Oh, it's the base. Can you see my ship parked out there?
You any good at getting into places
No,
you aren't meant to
it's
be?
in the hangar. No, I'm where I'm at is a place I was not meant to be. What's over here? Nothing. A waste of damn space. What is this? You're home, away from home. The military. Alright, so where do we come out of? Do we come out of here? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, that was cool. Now let's go down to my ground base. But let's see if we can equip us a different SCO drive for this thing. Maybe a different paint job. That's a standard issue military green paint. Alright, Starport Services. Let's go down here and outfit. See if we can get us one of them fancy schmancy SCO drives. Yeah, what size is this? 3? Oh yeah. SCO, son. Problem solved. Yeah. Let's see what you got here. Empty military. Can we put? No. Internal. We can't put a SRV's 2, isn't it? Oh, you got one. Oh no, it says a 2. It's a minimal of a 2. Yeah, and you got your cargo rack already using that. Yeah. Stuck like Chuck. Okay, well, let's change our change out our livery. See, we get a different color. This reminds me of the arrow. I was about to give up on that, man. Ooh, camo jungle. That's pretty cool. All of these are pretty expensive. Where's the cheapest ones? 1,600. Purple. Ugh. That's kind of cool. Stygian blue. See, I like this camo. It's like G.I. Joe. But I like this blue and eagle camel. Eagle polar. Yeah, I like polar. Let's go with polar. I've spent a lot of real money in this game since colonization has busted out. Whole lot. And, I mean, a whole lot more than the past few years. I mean, I wouldn't say a whole lot. Definitely more than I've been spending. And I put all my Star Citizen money into budget into Elite Dangerous this year. I recommend you do the same thing. Nameplate, sure. There you go. RE30. Why you keep doing RE30 as my nameplate? I mean, I guess that was it one time. There we go. Well, we gotta name this thing too. Let's give it a good name. Tiny Tim. What is it? Little Bitty. We'll call it Little Bitty in honor of Alan Jackson. It's alright to be little bitty. Little bitty. Little old town or a big old city. Might as well share, might as well smile. LSD 25 for a while. Bam. Okay, now we're done, son. Let's move. Right. Let's go down to our. Before we close out the stream, we'll go check out Crazy Arms, which I named after a song that's on my new album coming out. It's a song called Crazy Arms. Really old song, originally done in the 50s, but I had never heard it until 3 or 4 years ago when this lady I write songs with showed it to me. She thought she wrote it. She's 85, and you know that happens. But she didn't write it, and I looked it up, and apparently Ray Price had released Crazy Arms in the 50s. And the song at that time was claimed by Ray Price, and everybody thought Ray Price had written it. But then pretty soon, like in 2011, they found out Ray Price didn't really write it. He took it from somebody else. And they finally gave the original writer credit. And that guy wrote it, obviously in the 40s, and he wrote it for Hank Williams Sr., but Hank Sr. had died. And so Ray Price did it, but he didn't want it to sound like Hank Sr. And so, anyway, moral of the story is it's public domain now because the guy that wrote it had died in the 50s, and 72 years later, here we are, 2024, and it becomes public domain, and it's going to be on our record. And we did it in the style of Hank Williams Sr., and we pulled in, you know, big dog players, same guys that play on Zach Top and Post Malone and George Strait's records, played on that song, and he did it kind of like a Dwight Yoakam, kind of bouncy lead guitar, twangy. I love it. And it's called Crazy Arms, and you can look out for it when the record comes out, because it'll be on it. And I don't do a whole lot of covers. I write a lot of my own stuff, but it was such a good song that I just felt like I had to do it, you know. And here's my military base, Crazy Arms. It's not very big. I mean, I guess you don't need much. It didn't cost that much to build it, though, so there's that. Where's she gonna land at? Are you landing at that big ass? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Let's go walk around. Well, They got them guys with laser beams and stuff. Yeah. Well, if you disembark, will I be able to get back on my ship? So that's you can't go below deck. Okay, I guess so. Yeah. So I should be able to get back on my ship. In theory. I hadn't spent a whole lot of time walking around in the bases I've built. Because most of my time is spent running cargo. Trying to get that lined up right there. Now. Whee! See if we can get around without anybody seeing us first. I do love jumping on low gravity planets. Probably need to change my pink guns out. See if we can jump over this guy. Clear. Will he see you in the air? Yeah, he does. You scanning me or what? I guess he was.
What are you doing? Hold on, Commander.
Target.
Scan detected.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble here. I'll radio into HQ for reinforcements.
Oh, damn. That didn't take long. Oops. You will get killed at your own base that you built. They murdered the architect of their military base. They're so gonna get demoted. You have lost consciousness. Where am I gonna wake up? See, this is this rebuy merits thing. Let's see what's gonna cost me. Total to pay 500. I guess because I wasn't in my ship. Let's see, redeploy. Where's it gonna redeploy me? Good question. Did I lose my ship? Am I stuck here on the surface? We're gonna find out real quick. Maybe. Ooh, here you go, Wolf. You want a bed? Can we interact with these beds? Not yet. This is a great spot. Where am I? Am I in prison? What the crap, bro? Charge port. Okay, cool. He let me out. Where's the buttons? Where are we, man? Are we in? Yeah, is this a brig inside my military base? It might be. It says facility operations. Okay, how we get out of here, man? Can't. If I had do I have my tool? Let's see. I don't think I do. I don't have any weapons. Let's see. Oh, there's a guy. Let's see what he says. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry to assume your gender, Jillian. My bad. You had a bald head, and I didn't realize you were Sinead O'Connor in it. Okay, let's see if we can get back to our ship. Little bitty. Yeah, it looks like we are. Okay, cool. That was fun. Now, if we weren't able to go into the surface... no, we disembarked in a hangar, didn't we? I think we did. No, we didn't. So that's weird. We must not be at my base anymore. No, we're at the Citadel of Justice. About to say, we're probably far away from where we were. It's funny how they brought my ship all the way here. How far are we from where we were? We can make it. No fuel scoop.
Landing clamps disengaged.
Well, it's been a fun live stream. I guess I'm gonna get back on cargo. See if we can make it home. Thank you for watching. If you want to leave a comment, though, I'll keep going. Drop me a comment. Let me know you're here. And I'll keep going for a minute to answer any questions. You know, taking rebukes. My name's Reba McIntosh, Commander. And if you want to look that up, it looks like this. Wait, it don't look like that. Maybe it'll come out when we pop out. Let's see. Woo! A big old star right there. Reba McIntosh. And that's how you find me. Send me a friend request if you get a chance. And we will see each other in hyperspace. Thank y'all for joining us. I see a couple people in here now. If y'all want something, just drop it. We're running running cargo for colonization, and I just did a little tour of my system. Went to Space Force military base, and then we went down to Crazy Arms, and somebody tried to scan me, and I fell off a building, and then they threw me in jail. And that was cool and all. Exciting, I guess. Let's check out our... How does our... It does work. Okay, cool. We're working it. Saggy. Got saggy titties. Let the knees hit the floor. Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Bum bum bum, but them big old titties. Come on down, let me see them. Let me get her at your boobs. Let me get her at your boobs. Hey, drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Bum bum, but them big old bitties. Bum 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 boo. You gotta sing that song when you pass through Saggy. You got saggy titties. Let the knees hit the floor. Alright, here we go. Coming right on now. We ain't got much fuel left. Hopefully we got enough to make it to a base. Let's see. We're gonna find out. We gotta get back to the mostly useless star base. I think we'll go ahead and run one quick little load to Kong Point before we go, because it's just one of them things. Don't believe that our carrier is moved out of the exclusion zone yet, so we might as well just run another load to the Kong Point. Let's go to mostly useless first, though. Should have enough fuel to make it. It's hard to really tell. We're gonna use this up a little bit. Oh wait, not gonna do that no more. Good lord, that was a bit much. That SCO eats up some fuel. I'm down to like 1 bar, man. Whew. That chewed up a whole bar. I could have run out completely out of fuel with that. We could do that and call the fuel rats, but I feel like that would be mean. That's a waste of their time. They're very dedicated service, and we appreciate those fuel rats. If you don't know who they are, if you get lost out in space and you run out of fuel, you go to their website and they will dispatch someone to come and rescue you. It's pretty dope. I've used it once in the black. I was about 5,000 light years away from the bubble. And I'm telling you, somebody showed up within 30 minutes. This nice lady. You gotta drop a mile. We go over here and swap ships real quick. Tell you what though, it's a real nice canopy. What is that? Man, we are real low on fuel. But if you got a drop, you got enough. All you need is that one drop to get you to the station. Once you park, you can solve that problem. Alright. It's been a good little stream, though. Got a lot accomplished. We saw some things. Did not expect my carrier to eject out from underneath of me. I was like, I hit the ejection button. When I landed, I mean, I must have been in prime spot. That's kind of a cool way to start off the stream. What's going on, Props McFly? Building your system with a fleet carrier. Yeah, I started off building without using it because you could just jump directly. And I was timing. I did time trials on both with carrier and without carrier. Without a carrier, it was about 10 minutes on a loop for delivery. And with a carrier, the combined 2 trips was about 6 minutes. And the benefit of using the carrier is when you can park it right next to the base that you're delivering or picking up from. And so that distance is, 3 to 5 million miles, maybe a little bit more sometimes, but for the most part, it's not very far. And you're only in Super Cruise for a few seconds versus jumping out of a system and having to travel 2,000 light seconds to get to the base. With Super Cruise Overdrive, it's a lot better, but with a carrier, it's slightly faster. But now you're doubling your workload. You've got to load and you got to pick it up and drop it off twice, which is kind of a pain. But I still believe in my heart of hearts that it is faster to use the carrier. Doesn't make you any more money though, but it's just slightly more efficient with a carrier. I wish we could get a bigger ship. He says he's building Props McFly. I'm building with a Type 8. I haven't got a carrier yet. You need to get a Type 9 if you can. Type 9 is like this ship. The max inventory is 784. I'm running with no shields. But the reason why I do that is because I'm not jumping very far. I am basically just going within a system or going straight to the carrier. So it's just one of those things. I think I'm going to give them some liquid oxygen. That'd be good because that ground base needs it. But the carrier doesn't make you any money. I don't know exactly what I was saying, but Type 9. So Type 9, unlike this ship, Type 9 is fairly inexpensive. It's fairly cheap, and they sell it all over the galaxy. And you don't need a admiral rank in the Navy to get it. Like I had to work my way up in rank, and it's kind of weird, but there's these 3 powers. There's the Alliance, and then there's I don't know, there might be more than one power, but there's a rank there, and I don't even see my rank generally. It's in there somewhere. There's a place where I could find it, but you've got to get rank to be able to buy the ship I'm in. And also, this ship is way more expensive if you blow it up. It's like $200 million for me to replace it. So I don't recommend using this ship if you don't have a buttload of money like I do. I could buy another one, but I have 2 T9s, and I put them in different places just in case I forget to have a ship that can run cargo. But the T9 is your best bet. It can do 784, and soup it up. Get the SCO frame shift drive in it like I did, and maybe upgrade your thrusters. And I run without shields because I'm running. Now, you might not want to do that because you don't have a carrier. So with a carrier, you can basically park real close to the base and you're unloading really short distances. And so that actually kind of goes to your advantage when you have a carrier. But if you don't have a carrier, you may want to run shields. I probably still wouldn't, because you got to think about it. If you're buying it from a base on a in the system next door, when you leave that base, you're jumping straight out of that system to your system. And so really all you got to worry about is the bots in that system interdicting you. And they're kind of rare. I haven't seen a lot of them. I guess when you build your first base and it's still in an anarchy kind of state and there's no security forces, there's a lot more pulling. But once you get that military base built, there's a lot less people trying to pull you, or a lot less NPCs trying to interdict you to get your cargo. And for the most part, you can usually haul butt away from them if you're in the right ship. I had my T9 outfitted with mines, so if I got pulled and they won, I would drop mines as I was trying to get away, and that way if they followed me, they'd just be, it seems to confuse them. I don't know why, but I just jump away. But T9 would really be a good good ship for you. It's not that expensive, and if you want to get the money, like maybe you don't have a lot of money right now, you can run cargo using Inara, the website. There's a lot of people loading their carriers parked right next to bases, and you just go get on that carrier and you park your ship there, and you see what's in his market, and he's buying it at a premium. You go down the base, you get it. I made like 50 to 100 million in an hour with the T9. I stopped colonizing so I could make that money. It was just too good to pass up. And then you could get the money for the T9. And honestly, if you did that for a few weeks, you would have enough money for a fleet carrier. What I did to get my fleet carrier in the first is that I was delivering cargo for PTN or other clans that were doing loads, and they're not paying the premium that these guys are paying today. They were, paying 5,000 a ton, maybe 10,000 a ton more than what you were buying it for. The stuff they're paying 50 to 100 times, sometimes even 1,000 to what you could make before. And so it's very easy to make billions if you can just sit on that one guy's carrier and just sit on there for a week, and whatever he's buying in the market, source it from the closest base that he's parked next to, and you'll just rack up on money. And if you do that for a couple of weeks, you'll have enough money to buy a carrier. And then once you have a carrier, you can use it to make money. And you can do that by fulfilling orders for these guys that are asking for materials. Or you could just do what I'm doing. I'm using it for colonization. I'm not necessarily trying to make money as I am trying to complete bases in this game. And so you're making good, decent money, considering it's not biological research money, but it's a couple $100 million for every base you build, and so it's not a negative pull on your finances. But I've got to build like 25. I've got to colonize 25 to 50 systems. That way I can have enough income to cover my fleet carrier upkeep costs. It's about 25 million. So you don't want to just buy a fleet carrier when you got 5 billion. You want to wait until you got about 8, because you're going to need that extra buffer to pay your costs. Now my system architect payments right here. It's like I got $500,000 for one system, and that's the system we're in. I'm curious to see how this goes up once this giant base is built, because I already have a T3 orbiting, but I want to see what happens when you get the T3 on the ground like this one. Um, and but yeah, you could totally get a carrier. I would say start slow, get the T9, get your max load ability, and once you get into the habit of running cargo successfully, you'll find that you don't get pulled a whole lot, except at the worst time when you're not paying attention. If you walk away from your computer, you can totally get pulled and get destroyed. And let's see, let's deliver this steel here. We're at 6%. There's just so much stuff that's needed. This is the ground base. Aluminum, 41,000. It was 42,000 CMM composites. It's 60,000 steel, 30,000 titaniums. You know, that's like 10, 15 carrier loads. It's going to take months to finish this. But the way I'm doing, this one's not on a timeline, so I'm not really worried about it. It's just when I can't deliver to the base that my carrier, I go and deliver it to that ground base to kind of offset. That way I'm always running cargo 100% of the time. I know a minute ago we were doing a little tour, but that's the first time I've screwed around in a while. In this game. Okay, so we definitely can't jump to there. So let's go to Medicaid. Built this hospital. Medicaid. It's free. Yeah, the Corliss, so far, no one has shown the benefit of the T3 other than population. So, if I'm going to establish a system, I'm probably going to start with a T2 Corliss because it's a whole lot. It's about 10% of the materials as a T3, and you have a timer, so you really want to get it done quickly. Not to mention, I've built bases and systems, and then once the base was complete, the colonization ship goes to leave. It's not maybe in the right body, and so. You know, how bad, I mean, it's so much worse if you built a T3 first. I got really lucky on the system that I built because it was orbiting a body that I could put bases on. And, but another system I was not so lucky. And I learned my lesson, but I only built a T2. So luckily, even if it is useless, it didn't cost me but like a week of my time. But yeah, it's quite tedious. And I believe that the methodology behind this is very similar to Star Citizen, where they'll have a problem in the game. They'll introduce medical gameplay, and then they'll release a ship that you can buy with real money that does that thing very well. And right now, we have a big need for a bigger cargo ship. And if they dropped a 2,000-ton cargo ship tomorrow, I would pay cash for it. I'd pay $25 for it because it's going to save me. If it saves me 3 days a week in time, that's money in the bank. My time is very expensive. I mean, or at least very valuable. I wouldn't consider it expensive, but it's very valuable to me. And so it seems like you make a need for something and then you sell the fix, and it's kind of messed up, but at the same time we did get colonization, so there's a trade-off to that. It's not like they just made things worse. They created a whole new module, and I dig it actually. So far I have an outpost and 2 settlements. Where are your settlements? Are they below your outpost, or? Because, I mean, I feel like when you start with like a little outpost, then you can look in the rest of the system and pick your premium spot to build your base. Although it does want you to build in the biggest biggest system, biggest planet, biggest body. It's kind of strange how it works. I'm sure they're making changes in the background, but what we're trying to replicate is mostly useless. The starbase that we're headed to. Oh wait, no, that's not where we're going. We were going to back to Coal Janky. Coal Janky is where we should be going. That's right. But mostly useless. Has steel and aluminum, and it immediately started populating into the market once I built the extraction settlement on the body beneath it. And I even used the steel from the market to build another refinery on the same body, but that refinery, to my knowledge, didn't add anything. It may have, but it's hard to tell. So I'm building a new system way outside the bubble, and we'll see how it populates. It should be very similar to the system I have, but it's just hard to really, it takes so long to build these bases, and then you gotta see how they talk to each other. We're gonna go to Schlusser's progress, and I'm gonna try to get a load and bring it to the carrier like I've been doing this entire stream. Every time I went to the carrier, the carrier would fly away from me because it was too close to the starport. It was in the same instance, and I haven't been able to catch it. But surely, an hour later, it should be catchable. Hey, McFly, is your base inside the bubble? Is your colonization system? Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot to choose from right now, and even the original claims on the first day don't seem to have, even if they failed, it doesn't seem like they've given us access to reclaim those. I feel like they should go up instantly as soon as they fail. But that's just me. Oh, I've got to end the stream, guys. I got a lawyer calling me, so I'll talk to you guys later. Love you, mostly you.